Today, we show the world our true strength. Perhaps it will give you some as well.
Can you feel that?
Ready to bring the smoke.
How do you ever confirm your kill?
Stephen Curry hitting with that sesame shaking. I don't know why he did that.
What up, boys and girls? This is your boy Hellraider here, bringing you a gameplay on the map Fringe, using my new Razorback class setup, silencer, rapid fire stock, the marshal on my side, scavenger, ghost, and suppressor. I dropped 50 fucking kills in this TDM. Like, I go positively the fuck off. Even though I sound pretty like negative and pissed off about it, I had a couple bad games. And I also didn't realize how good I was actually doing. I think at the end of the game I'm like 50-6. And today I'm here to continue our discussion about how to not be bad and, you know, dick slang in Call of Duty, as I like to call it. One of the things I would prefer most new players do is, one, not jump into multiplayer. Not at all. If you're not used to first-person shooters, / you're not used to Call of Duty, / you're not good at aiming, you should definitely play campaign. First, campaign gets you used to the game, some of the weapons, and probably, you know, the movement and mechanics to the game. It really helps out, gets your aim down, really makes it a lot more comfortable. 2, if you think you're good at campaign, play that shit on a harder difficulty. Realistically, if you play campaign on, I think, hardened, that's pretty much the closest to multiplayer, like, damage, like how much you can take in multiplayer. And if you play the campaign on hardened most of the time, 1, you'll get good at the campaign. 2, you'll get good at using, you know, cover, trucks, anything that can protect you from bullets. And you'll also get pretty good at aiming, because you need to kill people fairly quickly, because if you don't, the bots will kill you in campaign. 2, if you've beaten campaign on hardened, veteran, realistic, whatever the fucking difficulties are at this point, next, go to combat training. Or if not, if combat training doesn't exist, like the last time combat training was like a real thing was in like Black Ops 2, I think, maybe. And they had like a version of it in Advanced Warfare and a version of it in Ghosts, but it's not really called combat training. If they have something like that where you can just play you versus like a team of bots and a team of bots on your side, so you can simulate a real TDM or simulate a real domination match, cool. Do that. Get used to the maps. Figure out where, well, I mean, nothing can really like replicate what a bot, or not what a bot, but what a real player can do. Like, some real players will sit in corners they'll never expect or should never be there. Other players will slay your shit faster than a bot will. But at least you'll get the maps down, you'll kind of have an understanding of where to expect enemies, and you'll get used to the actual multiplayer weapons. Also, if you want to try out a new class and you don't want to, like, you know, destroy whatever good or bad KD that you have left, go to custom match, custom class, and make the class setup you want to try out, and play it against bots on, like, hardened again. And if it does well, if you like how it feels, try to multiplayer. Just give it a couple rounds. Another thing about multiplayer. 1, a lot of, like, new people, all they go into is team deathmatch, which, you know, is good. It's pretty straightforward. Kill the guys in the opposite team. 1, I don't suggest that. That was the first one. If you want the real easiest, like, step into multiplayer, go play free-for-all. 1, you'll learn the maps pretty well. 2, you'll learn the spawns a lot faster, because there'll be people spawning in every spawn in free-for-all. 3, you shoot everyone that's not you. That's what makes it simple, compared to TDM, where you can get confused by your teammates. Okay, now that you've kind of been acquainted with multiplayer, been acquainted with the guns, kind of figured out what custom classes are, you know, that whole deal. Next big step for multiplayer. 1, create a class. Make a fucking class that feels good to you. Utilize everything Create a Class gives you. I mean all 3 perks. Maybe more perks if you need them. 2, utilize weapon attachments. Don't go overboard unless you know you can compensate for it. But utilize weapon attachments. Like, hey, I have a let's say an HVK-30, which is an assault rifle. It's a really fast-firing assault rifle. It's kind of like a mini FAMAS, but not as good. Anyways, hey, I really like this HVK, but it jumps too much for me. Throw a grip on that bitch. It'll help you out immensely. Hey, I don't like the iron sight on this gun. Throw a red dot. Throw an Elo. Throw a Varix. Throw a recon or an ACOG site, whatever you want to call it. It'll help you out a lot. Plus, if you can't use iron sights, definitely throw a sight on it. It'll make the game much easier. Other plus, if you can use every gun without a sight, that saves you a point in your creative class that you can use somewhere else. Just saying. 2, what's the other thing that makes good Call of Duty players good? Oh, situational awareness. Like, hey, my entire team is in this one building, which is a bad thing. No team should be in a building unless it's like hardpoint. Maybe I should either A, not be with them because it'll be a clusterfuck if someone comes in there and tries to murder us all. 2, flank where you think the team is going to be. Usually, most of the time in Call of Duty, from my personal experience in 8 years at this point, 10 years of playing Call of Duty, if my team is in one corner of the map, the opposite enemy team is usually spawning in the opposite corner, vice versa. So you can kind of relate your map knowledge to that. The other thing I can tell you is, utilize your HUD. If you use your mini-map and you kind of understand the map a little bit, it will save lives. You can give callouts, which will tell other players where enemies are, even when they don't know they're there. It saves lives. It helps good players play better. Let me tell you. Speaking of good players play better, or, saving lives, I've actually, this is a shout out to my boys, my homies, Daniil and Dewan, or D-Fish, and December's very own, I believe. No, December the 18th, that's it. I've just recently played a lot of Call of Duty with them. D-Fish is really relatively new. This is his second Call of Duty he's ever played, Black Ops 3. So he's just getting down the basics and just understanding, like, callouts, creative class. It's all starting to meld together. And because of that, and because he's playing with, like, the same couple players, he's really understanding his roles on the team, which is really great. He's starting to mold him into the player I want him to be. And with that said, he's starting to drop some good games. He dropped like a 30 kill game the other day, which is amazing for him. Like, that's fucking fantastic. And we've been pulling some work together. With that said, the number one other thing you can do to get better at Call of Duty is put the time in. Fucking play. Spend hours. I spend days, spend months in some cases. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, if you guys enjoy my rants or enjoy anything else I'm putting up here, please feel free to comment. If you want to know other things or hear me rant about other topics about Call of Duty, please tell me in the comments down below. If you like the videos I'm posting up and like the freaking kill fest that you see in front of your eyeballs, please leave a like on this video, share it with your friends, share it on Facebook, share it at other YouTube pages, I guess, and do other things. Okay, guys, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay. This is your boy Hellraider, signing off. Ooh,
This nigga dropped a 50 bomb.
Ooh, I didn't even know it was doing that good. Didn't even know.
Battery drained.
Didn't even know I was doing that good. Shit.
Oh, this nigga filthy.
Oh, you didn't even kill that guy. I was on the floor. You didn't even kill him. What the fuck? Psych! Clap right to the back of the head. Shit. Yo, that you did that dude dirty. Holy shit. You did that dude dirty.